a while back, like I started because of my insecurity and comparing myself to other people. Like I like there was a Google plugin you could do to, or Facebook or something, like you can unfollow everyone. So I unfollow everyone. So like some bunch of people from high school, like I have no idea what my high school friends are doing. Like so I like saw one of my closer friends in high school like get married. I was like, when did that happen? Hey guys, welcome to back to another video. So I've been a little quiet. I'm late in last week's upload or this week's upload. I'm a bit quiet on social media as well. It's because I think maybe finally 2020 is the year I realized social media is really bad for you. So a whole flood of engagements have been coming on Instagram, and then like before it wasn't like it was people like that wasn't my age, but now it's like starting to become like people my age, like people I actually went to school with, and it's like crazy. It's not crazy, but it's like, well, obviously it's something that was bound to happen, right? But it just like hits you that, oh shit, like this is real, like people are actually gonna get married and like have a family, and that's why they're getting engaged. But like that never occurred to me somehow that this was a real thing. Like people in college are actually looking for people to marry. Like what? That's like, it just blows my mind, because for college, for me, is never was never about looking for someone to marry and like have kids with. That has never been my life goal. Like my life, like I had none of it planned except for going to UVA. That was like the last thing in my life that I wanted to plan. And the only other thing I knew was that I wanted to be a writer. And, but yeah, that path didn't really take, I mean, I am a writer, I just don't get paid for it. And like that path never, the path of me being a paid writer hasn't really panned out. But yeah, I mean, like I did like one day, like I have physical evidence that I said I wanted to get married and have kids. But actually I think I've always been more, I like the idea of like falling in love more than like having a kid and actually doing that, because I think like having kids was just like before I knew about like the world and like understood like a life is suffering. Like I don't want kids, but and realize I don't want kids. And like, so the thing is like, we live in such an interesting time now that like this is not, I'm talking about the coronavirus in terms of an unprecedented time. I'm talking about in terms of social media, and that before, like, we have never seen something like this where we are just bombarded with images of other people's lives at us every day. And it's like the intention of every user is not to make other people feel bad, but that's the side effect of constantly seeing other people's lives if you start comparing yourself to other people. So like when I see all these engagements, like I'm like not like happy or mad at these people who get engaged. That's just like their lives. It is shocking me. But what I do is like I start comparing myself to them, and it's like I start to feel bad about my life, and like I've got reinsurance from like other single people where it's like you're exactly where you need to be, and like, and it's like I put a tweet up here from someone public. I think it was a artist, where she was like, social media really has us like comparing each other and making ourselves feel bad for something that we never even intended for ourselves. Like I never intended like engagement. Getting married is not one of my life goals. I mean, it'd be nice, but it's not like what I'm really trying to achieve. So it's like, why am I getting upset that this is not happening to me? I only feel upset because it feels like I'm behind in life. But like, I'm not behind in life. Like, that's not what I want, to have a kid. So I'm not behind in life. I mean, I would be behind in life if I did want to have kids. But the crazy thing is, and then I was like, oh my God, like this could be me. Like I could be on Instagram, like with an engagement. If only I had like said yes to kids and like eating meat. Like that's wild, you would think. But anyway, so the whole point is like, yeah, I think like that tweet said it all for me. Like I don't even need to expand on that anymore. But yeah, there's just been so many engagements. And oh, I think my main point was that, wow, like I can't believe like people had life goals. Their life goal was to get married and have kids. That's wild to me. Like get a job, get married and have kids. Whereas like my life goal is always to be like, it never progressed to anything besides like going to UVA and like getting out of here, getting out of this small town, and like look where I am now. It's like, and becoming a writer, which I still am like technically pursuing this career as a writer. It's not really a career, but it's like I'm doing what I love, right? I think that's like what I want out of life, like to do what I love and to be happy and stuff. But it's like, wow, like, because the thing I was thinking of, like, some people are like, you know, like in college, like people like, it's like college is where people party and drink. It's like, wow, like, you mean like that was just a phase for people? Like they just did that to, because that was the thing to do. Like it was like, oh, college was their time to have fun before they move on to their life, which I didn't view it as that. I didn't view it as college as like my time to have fun before I move on in life. And it's weird, like it's wild to me that like I didn't recognize that when I was in college, you know, that these people are just here to have fun. Because it's wild when like people, because it's like all these people you're seeing get engaged, it's like I've seen you throw up before, I've seen you partied too much, and like I've seen you drink so much alcohol, like I've seen all the things you've done in college. But it's wild to me that you are getting married and that you're gonna be a parent. Like that's wild to me. It's like this whole time you're just a Christian man and Christian boy wanting to start a family, but the things I've seen you do in college, it's like wild to me. Like it's just the disconnect. It's like, huh, okay, very different from what I've seen from you in college. It's like, not that like people can't change, it's just like this is the person. Like I've totally read you wrong. Like I thought you were like this, but it turns out you're more than that. Like you actually want to have a family and stuff. But so I don't know, it's just like people's behaviors are very inconsistent to me, don't align to me. But yeah, of course people can change, but it's just that they just did that for fun, and like they're not gonna have fun anymore. They're just gonna have kids and like be doing the same thing every day. It's like, what? Yes, I've been quiet on social media, like trying to lay low. Not trying to lay low, it's just like trying to focus myself on my life. My whole life is just like watching sports, UVA football. We lost. Duolingo, YouTube, blogger, cooking, eating, watching YouTube, playing Pokemon Go. Yeah, Pokemon Go. Oh yeah. After the elections, people were like standing Kamala and Joe. It was just really annoying to see people standing them. Joe Biden is not that great, okay? But people are standing them. And all politicians are the same, basically. And I'm an anarchist, so it was just really annoying. So I did that. And also, like, I was annoyed by some things that people I was following on Twitter were doing. So, like, and I unfollowed them. It was best to just unfollow them. It's like, why did I even follow you in the first place? And like my sister is really smart in that she doesn't follow real people, so it's very easy to disconnect from them. If they annoy you, like you just unfollow them. She only follows like celebrities and like celebrities basically. So like you don't have like that. You don't feel bad if you follow them. So that was smart. And you don't compare yourself to them because you know they're celebrities. You know they're obviously like another different playing field than you. Then you can never compare yourself to them and feel bad about yourself. So that was smart. So now, mostly I've been spending time on Pokemon Go. What else? So, I like, ever since like October, I've like taken a hiatus from dating apps, and I don't think I'm gonna ever go back. And like, I was using it to promote my socials on Hinge. I put it on the bios of my pictures, like my links to all my socials. Like, I didn't get a single follow. So I'm like, these men, why aren't these men obsessed with me? Because when I was on East Meets Eats for like a brief second, like men would just find me on Facebook and message me there. I'm like, why aren't these men on Hinge obsessed with me? But so I quit dating apps. And yeah, I wasn't even getting followed. So like there was no point in keeping my Hinge. And it's like, oh, and I've been watching The Bachelorette. So I think like, why date when I can just emotionally attach myself to the men on The Bachelorette?